What's up, world? It's your boy Majul and Dade here. This is the 15th of June. It is 1:27. I'm pretty excited. Got some good stuff going on. Sorry haven't filmed the last couple days. Yesterday was my day off. Monday I had a shift in the afternoon. And let's see, start with today. I woke up, hydrated, parasite cleanse, and um, chopped up two coconuts and ate it up. Drank the coconut juice. Finished the juice that I had yesterday that I couldn't finish. Um, and then that was that. Oh, I finished dehydrating all this good stuff. Look at this. Or cleaning, not dehydrating, but boom. That's 4 melons worth of seeds. So these are all going in the garden pretty soon here, and hopefully get some free melons. I'm pretty excited. There's already one melon sprout up front in the garden over here, and it's pretty big. The plant's gotten like that big, like 2 or 3 feet. No, probably 2 feet. 2 feet wide in diameter, and I'm pretty excited for it to come popping up and shining its little fruit. Um, Might be a big fruit actually, but let's see what happened yesterday. Yesterday was my day off. I got a chance to watch another video on the whole health scene, um, and the progression of or degression. I want to say it's a progression, just bringing out all the stuff that's been digressing over the years to the surface and acknowledging it, putting it out there, throwing it on the table so everyone can see what's going on. Primarily discussing GMOs, um, genetically modified organisms. If you guys don't already know, I've been following that since way back when Proposition 37, one of the biggest bills that was trying to be passed of labeling our foods in California a while back. Um, but the fight's still going on, and people are still trying to push labeling laws. Apparently, there's um, only 2 countries in the whole world that is suppressing the labeling of GMOs. Now there are third parties that are doing it. Um, like sometimes you see on your packages, like chip bags and like other processed foods says non-GMO. Um, that's pretty much labeling, and so with that, it benefits us. How is that the people could actually see this food is actually safe, and there's no crazy testing on it. Um, GMO explained is basically in a nutshell a bunch of genes, minimum 2 genes of 2 different species. Let's say it's a fish DNA into a tomato. That makes the tomato variety, the new hybrid tomato variety that they're growing from that implant in the laboratory, resistant to cold weather, certain pesticides, herbicides, stuff like that. It's pretty epic. It's a big epidemic for us, and it's not really safe. Um, our retarded friend Monsanto's, big company, big corporation that's all in it for the money, um, pretty much is patenting seeds and patenting life. It's really insane that people can even do that now. But with that patent, uh, when farmers come in to a place that is territorial, the big industries, Monsanto's farms, will cross pollinate into their farm, and later on, Monsanto's will sue the small farmers to take away their food because the cross contamination created more plants of the patent seed, um, which the small farmers are not aware of because they're growing in open space, and they're small farmers that don't have a lot of money to build these huge greenhouses to protect them cells from the cross pollination. So Monsanto's pretty much goes over there, sends his goons over there, and investigate, take samples of their plant and or whatever crop they're growing, test it, and bring back the results and tell them that they need to get off that land. That land is now Monsanto's land, and that's pretty messed up. Our the downfall between not only small farmers being jeopardized and taken away their, their earnings and their livelihood and all that, is the fact that GMO plants are horrible for you. There are countries already doing studies, been doing it for decades now, of not decades, but like a decade, I think, or less, of GMO corn, soy, um, papayas, zucchini. There's all sorts of seeds that they're really high up there. Those that I've listed are up at the 80s to 90% in the whole world that is GMO'd. And so there's a lot of other countries petitioning it. They're pushing it out of their country completely. Like Europe is completely GMO free. They will not allow any GMO in their country at all into their foods. Now, like Norway, for example, Heinz ketchup is supporting GMO crops, but they realize that there's a movement going on, and so they've gone ahead and separated some of their merchandise and pushing some of their Heinz ketchup to not have GMO corn in it. You're like, corn in ketchup? What? So cornstarch is a sweetener, and since it is derivative of corn, the majority of the corn is genetically modified. And so the Heinz company knows that Norway doesn't want to accept any kind of GMO, so they made a special ketchup for them, not using corn, just using straight sugar. And so it is what it is. One thing that's really bad about GMOs is since there's two species going into a newer plant, naturally it wants to separate itself. And so when you eat it, it tends to separate itself. And your body, it's really destructive on your body. On top of all that, it, well, getting back to that, it actually separates and deters your DNA a little bit. You guys can look into all this stuff and research it yourself, but that's what I got out of it. And on top of that, the GMO seeds, they're patented to resist chemicals, and the chemicals are like horrible for your body. I did some more research because I work at a local grocery store now, Trader Joe's. Actually, all their product with their name on it only, is GMO free. Now they do carry GMOs in the store, but it doesn't have their name on it, and that's the little marketing advertising thing. They're not really advertising it. It says it bluntly on their website. So look out, guys. Please look out. Getting back to a couple days here, I had breakfast like usual. Didn't snack on anything non-vegan. Everything was completely raw. Last night I actually cooked up or steamed up some broccoli and cauliflower, which is still, for the most part, for all the parts, vegan. It wasn't raw, but I broke it down a little bit so I can eat it. Um, Same thing with the 13th. Yesterday was the 14th. The day before that was the 13th. I went to work in the morning, had some good food, bunch of bananas. Pretty excited. Fruit Life has definitely treated me well. Uh, Quick touch up before I close up here on the B12. I felt great, I want to say, that first day, and it kind of lingered off a little bit. And I realized the doses I need to take has to be a lot higher, or like instead of just one day and then just like not doing anything for a whole week, I'm supposed to do it every day for a week, and then once a week for a month, and then once a month for like 2 more months, or for the rest of the year, actually just one a month. And so I'm probably gonna go back to the doctor and pick up that um, B12 shot and start it back up. But for now, y'all, love and peace, 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 peace.